How do you do that? Or what advice would you give kind of on the mindset side of things, or the being able to cancel out some of that noise, especially in today's world? Everybody is hyper connected. You really can't go around the corner without seeing something that says, the sky is falling. How do you overcome that? How do you help your clients build that resiliency to turn off the noise, to say, yeah, things are potentially scary according to all of these things that are popping up in my feed, but yet things have always been scary in the past, and there's always been things that have happened. How do we build that resiliency? How do you help your clients through that overwhelming volume of noise that's out there today?
So I think a lot of it's really education based, right? Understanding that in any given year, the market's going to drop 10% in several different moments, but it's not going to finish as such, right? There's been multiple years in which we've had went into a recession or a depression, right? We look at the economic cycle of what's going on and understanding where we are at in that cycle, and we take advantage of the pieces of that puzzle, right? We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We don't need to be day traders, because I will tell you 99% of day traders typically lose. That is not my job. My job is to create a strategy and help you remember that strategy. Again, that comes back to that financial therapist. When you call me and say the world's falling, I'll have to, bring you back down to why are we so fearful of this? Is it the noise? Or is it because maybe one of your buddies at the water cooler decided to make a bad move and pulled all their money out and they lost and they can't ever recoup that, right? That's a different position than what you're in. And so I think people want to be heard. And so that's the therapy side of it. And therefore I have to be available for that. And I appreciate it, right? Because then I get to be alongside the journey when it all comes up and everything's great. They're still calling me going, oh, thank you for making me stay in even though I didn't want to. And, now I can do this or that. And so it's grit on my side, but also, of course, grit on their side to be able to just let the market do what the market's going to do. Mm. And, of course, diversify outside of it, right?